we said, we're gonna go for 1980. And the very first set that it is a set, I'm not gonna go for the idea books ones because they're just ideas. What we're looking for are these sets which have a specific thing, specific build. I'm also not gonna be doing the Fabuland and all of those alternatives because those have special blocks that are not available in stud. And they are extra chore that I just don't have the resources to deal with right now. So what we're doing is all of the official Lego sets going from 1980 forwards that are like properly set. That's it. And the very first one is this one. It's a small one. It's a tow truck. And here we already have a problem. There are no instructions for this tow truck, and that's where our other websites come into play. So this is 6679. Let's see if we can find instructions for it here. Exxon tow truck. Instructions, are there any? Yeah, so not all of the instructions are actually available. We might actually find it. You look at instructions. Yeah, there we go. We found the instructions, so we can commence building. Let's see if it's all there. It is indeed. Nice. So I'm gonna put this to the side. Fortunately, I don't have enough of a screen size for you to see as well. Okay, so this is how it works. So we're gonna import this Lego set in here. 6679, and this is -2. Oh, I keep putting 8 instead of 7. My fingers are typoing. There we go, tow truck. And now I can import it as a pallet, or I can import it as a I can put all the pieces in the scene, or I can put all the pieces in here. I've chosen to do this thing this time around. I used to do it with everything being in the scene, but it gets really messy real quick. So I'm gonna keep it like this. Right. And let's see now. So going to do. And this is very cathartic, by the way. I'm going to go. I'm going to find pieces according to the steps. And going to assemble them then. So this is step 2. I mean, if you are a fan of Lego, I would recommend that you give this a try. It's wonderful to be able to play with these official sets, even if you didn't have the financial resources as a child to buy them, like it's the case for me. And it's a wonderful thing. The program is very flexible, and you can do quite a bit. Of course, a simple set like this will not really make that very evident, but we will be going to... Oh, I put the wrong piece out, but I can keep it out. What I need actually, I need these, and I need these guys. Also need the steering wheel. with. I've put the steering wheel in a position. There we go. That. Right. Now we're gonna need this. I need both the doors. I don't really know what are the individual proper names for these. They probably do have them, I just don't know them. We usually just gave them pet names. Like the one cube with the side slot and so on. Right, what do we need next? This. There are some pieces missing. Well, there is a piece missing with the label on it, so we will not be using the label. Which is fine. Some of the labels are actually in the program, but a lot of them are not, which is perfectly understandable. Some of them are very difficult to track down and recreate. The joy of the set slowly coming together, even in this form, is very much there and very enjoyable. Let me just switch the music a bit. This is a bit too gloomy. Right, let's see now, and we're getting close to the end because this is a very simple set. We're gonna need to assemble the wheels. Actually, they do have also... That's a cool thing about this program, it will give you both the disassembled part, so you can assemble it yourself, and the assembled version. Oh, it's a different one actually, so forget what I just said. This is probably for the alternative builds, because the program will give you all the blocks that you need for the alternative builds of the same set. However, this is probably for the actual tow truck, because this set comes with the car and the tow truck together. If I remember the image correctly. This is the car the tow truck is going to be pulling. That's it. Very simple. Now let's do the actual tow truck. It's the next part. So we're going to need this little thing. I'm going to need these. That. A little of a misclick there, but it's fine. And the program has a collision model. And you can actually play around with that, and you will need that, especially for some of the Technic builds, which require you to mess around with blocks in a more advanced way. There we go. That the right one? That is the right one. Yeah, there we go. I forgot actually a couple of pieces from the car. Just realized. It did look a bit bare. I was like, why do I have this extra one? That's why I have the extra one. There we go. Righto, and now let's see, what do I need? I need this. Need the steering wheel. And need the chair. There it is. That looks okay. Now, time for the doors. And we're getting close to the end of this particular set. Oh, need you too. And you. That feeling of slowly completing a set as there's less and less bricks left to assemble is also very present, even when you do it virtually like this. As it slowly takes shape. It's awesome. I need this. Windscreen. The hook. Light plates. That just now leaves the headlamps, well, headlights, not really sure how to call these. Yeah, this is collision, that's why there's see-through. The wheels are not the same on both ends. This flat end is supposed to be the inside. Okay, it did connect it correctly. There we go. I think that's it. At least as far as the is concerned. You can actually group each one as a separate model and manipulate each one of them individually, which is a very useful thing. That just leaves the minifig. No, the spare block is actually, I've missed a part. This is cool because I can just go in and if I can aim it properly, I could probably put it in. I cannot. Well, what do we do then? Haha, well, we disassemble it. We don't really, I just need to remove the lower part and put it where I missed to put it. This is also something that happens in when you're assembling these things for real as well is you forget to put the piece down. And then that's it. And that's it. That's the tow truck build. Now, more cool things about this program. Well, apart from the obligatory undo function, you can actually interact with the pieces the way that they're supposed to be used, which is absolutely awesome. So you can open doors, you can actually operate the hinges. Even with more complex Technic builds, if you have like a cog assembly or something, you can spin it and it'll work. Well, to a degree, there are some limitations, but that's it. And now we can put this in some sort of arrangement. Let's see, like this, for example. Play around with it. And then we're gonna render it. Now, rendering is something that will tax your GPU quite heavily. And the better GPU you have, the less time it's going to take. You can also choose different ways of rendering. The photorealistic one, POV ray, which is kind of looks more virtual. It looks more digital than it is. Well, it actually looks like it's rendered directly from the program. And animation, you can actually have an assembly animation, but it takes a very long time to render. You can switch background and lights, and where the light is. I've just switched to white background because this works for me just fine. And that's it. Then you just render it. Of course, you'll have to name it. And of course, you can switch what the format is going to be. Now, I'm just going to call this. Now you can't see that I'm doing it on this side. You can see I've did this before. We're gonna call this what it is, and it is the 6679-2. And then you just watch the thing render. Now, for me, it's gonna render relatively quickly because my GPU isn't half bad. But if you have a weaker GPU, it's gonna take longer. And then you get this. And you can see what I was talking about with this weirdness on the hat, and here as well on the shoulder. It's like it doesn't know how to calculate the light for that part, and it just looks like it got smushed or something. So it happened with these curves. You don't really see it until somebody points it out to you, and it's only happening on these specific surfaces because it doesn't happen in normal curves. At least not visibly, anyway. But anyway, that's it. And that's the tow truck. So I hope you find this interesting because I absolutely enjoy this. I'm gonna be doing this sporadically whenever I feel like going through a set. So hope you enjoyed that. See you guys next time. We will have a Sunday stream, normal one, with Go and Conquer. So I'll see you guys then.